Hello, hello, hello. This is Scrapping Like a Lady. How you guys doing today? I am on my way home. And it's been a very long day. What did I do today, you say? Jesus. First of all, it started out pretty shady because my son and his troubles. And the owner of the complex called me and said your son has a person staying there that he doesn't have any business in his home. And I was like, okay, can't more than one person stay in the apartment? And he said, well, yes, but that person needs to be on the lease agreement, which I agree with. And I was like, okay. And he said, also, he has a dog in his apartment and he's not supposed to have that. So needless to say, oh Lord Jesus, needless to say, it was a very trying morning. And I was like, Lisa, let it go, girl. Don't let it get your happiness. Don't let it change your frequency. So, a lady that's been following me for a while, she was like, oh, I wanted to reach out to you, wanted to talk to you, wanted to, just spill some tea with you. And I was like, okay. So, we did that this morning, and it was such a good conversation. I just felt like we were like kindred spirits. She was very lively and entertaining, and it was just good. So it changed the trajectory of the way my morning could have went. So if anybody ever want to reach out to me, I'm here for it. People want to ask for your number and call you, or you call them, privately. It's almost like pen paling, being able to talk to people that you don't know, opening up your community to be bigger. I love it. I love it. So I went to work. I did a full day. It is 6:30, y'all, 6:30, and I'm heading home. Normally I am good and home by 5, but it was just a long day. And one of my really, really good clients came in, and she brought her daughter and her niece with her. So we had a really, really good time. So I love patients like that. The ones that come in and we can just have a good time together. It's like when you go and get your hair done, you feel like your hairdresser, so it's all good. Now it's time to switch hats and go home and take care of the people. See what's going on at the Cooper household. And yeah, that's what I'm about to do. So I'm still enjoying my new ride. Let's talk about something serious though. So we talked about friendship, and we've talked about relationships. Let's talk about your relationship with your children. Because when our kids get older, it's kind of hard for me. I'm just speaking for me. This is my mind, my mouth, so I'm only speaking for me. I'm sure everybody parents differently, even if we parent alike, it's still going to be different because we're parenting different children. We're having different reactions. Some kids are mature, some kids are immature. Some take a lot more time to become wiser people, But as they get older, we're supposed to be able to release them. As they say, release them back to the Lord, release them to God, release them to self too, But what about when you have a child or one of your kids, they're not children anymore, right? Your child or your kid that doesn't mature, that doesn't grow up. That seems to be stuck in an adolescent state. my son Richard, who I'm sure is taking drugs by now, just by all the signs that, I see, and being an ex-rehab nurse, more than likely he's doing hardcore drugs. So, yeah, it makes me feel some kind of way. Yeah, I want better for my child. Absolutely love my child, right? The landlord said to me that he had a child that was like my child, a son. And since he refused to continue to support him, the child didn't want anything to do with him. And my son, although he's never said that to me or never acted that way, he just begs you, when he wants something, he's a suburbanite. He's not used to not having, so he just, mama, please, mama, please, mama, please. What about this? I need another car. I need another car and another car and another car. That's how we got 9 cars deep, right? So my son, who is 32, is frozen in a state of adolescence. Like he's, oh, come on now, people. You saw me trying to get over, but I'm going to let you slide with that one. Oh, because apparently you're more in a rush than I am. Thank you. Thank you, sir. He blinked. He's like, go on, baby girl. Anyways, so he's definitely stuck in an adolescent state. What age? I think he's about 16. Because he's doing the same stuff at 32 that he did at 16 and that a 16-year-old would do. We've already talked about me being an enabler. Okay? And I know a lot of people say, oh, just let him, eat rocks. Kick rocks, or however you say that saying. Meaning let him be on his own reconnaissance or his own, way of doing things. Survival of the fittest, right? Some people, some kids take longer than others to mature. Some people do not have the same abilities as others. I'm not making an excuse for him. Don't think that I am. Hear me out for a second. Yes, he can get a job. He's 32 years old. Yes, he can, set his alarm clock and go to work every day and do this and pump iron just like all the rest of us. But if you lack the ability of discipline or the maturity to know the significance of discipline, or if you're on drugs and your priorities are all messed up, when does a mother say, I'm done? Do we say I'm done because we don't want the burden, the financial burden of it, or the stress of it? When does a mother say, I'm done? I've done all I can do and I don't want to do anymore. Financially, it doesn't affect me to pay Richard's rent. I mean, it affects me, of course, because I don't want to do it. But financially, it doesn't really affect me. I can afford to pay my son's rent. Even though it's going up $200 by December. So that's not really the issue. The issue or the point of contention and frustration is that I shouldn't have to at this point, this stage of the game. That frustrates me more than anything. No mother wants this for their son. You know, that goes without saying. Who's going to say, I wish my son was a drug addict or an alcoholic? Nobody says that kind of crap. So I can't even say, I just don't want to, I don't want to go through this. And who cares about all that emotional crap? The part that frustrates me is that he has so much potential. The second part that frustrates me about the whole situation is I don't know when it's going to end. It's been 16 years since the boy was 16. Now he's 32. It hasn't gotten better. It's gotten worse. Before it was just him drinking. He was an alcoholic. And now it's a combination of two things. Now he's dependent on the drugs and the alcohol, from what I hear, and, you know. So those are the two things that frustrate me. And probably not knowing when it's going to end is the most frustrating. My focus on the future for my son, my hope and my prayer for my son is that he just wisen up and come out of it. But he has to want to, right? So there was a girl, why am I telling you guys all this? So there was a girl that came to my place today at work, and she used to be a IV drug user. She said she did all the hard stuff, you know. She said that there's not a drug she hasn't tried yet. And she has completely turned her life around. And she said one day, I just got sick and tired. She's like, I've been in 7 different rehabilitation centers, Miss Lisa, and my parents have tried everything with me and for me, and she's like, nothing worked. She said, one day I just said, I am so done. And a friend said, you can come and stay at my place. And she stayed there for 9 months. And she just willed herself to be better. And she's 36 years old. And she said she has been clean for 3 years. She's never fallen off the wagon. And she was 33 when she, you know, because Pam walks in the room and she's like, well, Lisa's son is not going to ever get better. And I said, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, honey. That is not true. You know, I don't believe that it's not true. I believe that it's going to happen, and it's going to happen whenever it happens. You know, I'm not going to rush him or God. It's whatever, you know. And that's why it got me to thinking about, well, Lord, how long? You know, is it another year? That would be nice, you know, but who knows? It could be another year. It could be another 10 years. It could be another 20 years. Who knows? You know, my ex-husband was an alcoholic, a bad alcoholic. Not when I was with him. When I left him, he became an alcoholic, and it runs in his family. So when I was in nursing school, I remember reading about addictions, and they were looking at the hereditary link between drinking and, you know, having a dependent see on things was being linked to it being a hereditary, condition. And it's really strange because all Jim's people, his mom died from cirrhosis of the liver and kidney failure, and his father died from a drug overdose, and then there was Jim, who was an alcoholic, and his uncle Ted, and the list goes on and on and on, and now my son, So I have hope. And that's all I can have is hope and a prayer. But I thought that it gave me hope when that little girl was like, I was 33. And I just said no more. She was like, I was homeless for years, walking the streets, walking in circles downtown, nowhere to go, nowhere to sleep, no money, no food, no nothing for years. And her parents are rich. They're my clients. So I know when she said they sent me to 7 different rehab centers, and I remember when she was out there, her mom was still one of my patients, and so to see this girl now, they showed me a video when she was like all drugged out, didn't even look like the same girl. She was all drugged out. My sister says, why do you tell these people all your business? I ain't got no business. I'm just living life. So it's my channel. It's an outlet. It's like journaling, You just talk, get it out. That's why we journal, right? To get it out and discuss our feelings, And I appreciate when people call me, like I said earlier. I appreciate that. It's so uplifting to have a larger community, because sometimes we can get so bombarded, or not bombarded, that's the wrong word. We can get so used to just our small circle of friends. So it's nice that, you can call somebody else and talk. I had another lady reach out to me, you know who you are, and she told me about her son, and we were going at it, for a long time, like most of the evening, going back and forth, and she told me all about her son, and I was like, wow, wow. My son doesn't live in the same state as me, which is nice because I don't have to deal with him all day, every day, So, yes, that's what's going on. That's how my Tuesday went today, dealing with my son and getting information from someone who's been there, It's the Father knows what we need, and He's going to send us what we need. And apparently, I needed that Band-Aid put over my little wound today, because she gave me hope. Because sometimes the adversary tries to beat us down and make us feel hopeless. In any situation, you can feel hopeless. But yeah, that was exactly what I needed today. I didn't even discuss, my husband doesn't watch my channel, so I can talk about anything he won't know. I can talk about his Christmas gifts on here, he wouldn't know. But let me see if there's a car coming through there. Nope, no car coming through. But I didn't even discuss it with my husband. I didn't even tell my husband that. I didn't tell him that the rent's going up at his place. I didn't tell him that the landlord's having problems because he got a girl in there and a dog in there now and all of this kind of stuff, and yeah, he doesn't need to know that. He doesn't need to be stressed out, because my husband stresses. He worries about stuff, and he gets angry. And that's how look at all these cyclists. That's how he's worried, because he gets angry and he starts, So it's best just not to tell him. He already got high blood pressure. He don't need to know this. So I'm going to go home eat myself some food. I got a good book here, apparently. I say apparently, I don't know. Let me take these out for y'all. Don't see my client's address there on those. But see this? How to Walk Away. It's a novel. Catherine Center is the name of it. So I'm going to go home and make myself a nice stiff drink. Y'all know I don't really drink. But it sounds good, doesn't it? Make myself a little pina colada. The little ones that I get. Put my pajamas on. And I'm gonna take a shower first and put my pajamas on. Got to be clean, girl. And then nestle up in bed with my book. I'm thinking about buying that purple mattress. I don't know how much they cost. My mattress is pretty comfortable. But they say that purple mattress is all that and some. Anybody got a purple mattress on here? Anyways. I went to bed at 10:30, 11 o'clock last night. I did really good. Because y'all know I go to bed really, really late. Today was a productive day at work. I really made some inroads with a couple of clients. So I went and I looked at a new laser machine. And I think I'm going to buy it. We have to get a 220 plug put in. He was going to deliver it tomorrow. But we don't need it delivered tomorrow because, yeah. When I finish talking to you guys, I'm going to go ahead and order my electrician to get himself over there and put in that 220. See if he can come tomorrow. Anyways, this is Scrapping Like a Lady. I'm going to get my little ugly self out of here and go inside. You guys be blessed. Deuces.